Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So Kabam has released a little bit of snippets basically about the new champion abilities. The fact that they have released a little snippets of Yelena Belova, Phoenix and Cyclops obviously leads us to believe that there will be no other champion next month, and more than likely Cyclops is going to get treated like its own full release like Iron Man was. Therefore he's also going to be one of the champions in the Titan Crystal, probably. And there will be no other champion coming. So it's going to be Yelena Belova as the new champion, buffed Cyclops, and then Phoenix that we will get our hands on in the month of May. First, let's take a look at this video, and then we're going to take a look at some screenshots. So here we can see that Phoenix absolutely does love to spam special attacks, gains regen buffs, gains fury buffs, and now we have the Cyclops special spammy, and now we have Yelena Belova sacrificing her combo for the reversal. So let's do this again. So Phoenix with her power gains, unblockable, tons of buffs, Cyclops with the prowess, power efficiency and whatnot, and here we have Yelena Belova with her abilities that we can see so far. So let's just have a bit of a freeze frame on these things and take a look. Kabam also, yet again announced their live stream for Friday, which I will definitely be watching. But first, let's take a look at this one. You can see that Phoenix does have access to some armor breaks and incinerates. Those incinerates do not appear to be doing just about any damage there. And a lot of people have immediately kind of expressed their concern about the damage output of Phoenix. However, that's based on these very small clips where she primarily is shooting her special attacks, right? And remember that Zola absolutely nerfs down the special attack damage. So do not think necessarily that her damage is going to be anywhere near as bad as it appears here. I actually expect Phoenix to be quite a high damage output champion. And yeah, we can see power gains, regeneration, fury buffs is what we mainly can see from her, as well as incinerates and armor breaks, which kind of corresponds very closely to her current kit, which we actually know we do have the full list of Phoenix abilities already available to us as well. And based on those abilities, again, I do not think she's going to be like the most versatile champion. The thing that can save her is if her damage output is absolutely insane. We'll see if that's the case. But so far, I'm not completely convinced about Phoenix's rework. Now, the one thing that does look significantly more impressive here would be the Cyclops. With I'm sorry about the very poor quality of these screenshots. Here's a better one. His gameplay snippets definitely look significantly more interesting. There seems to be true focus. That's true focus icon, and that is a valuable ability by passing evade and miss. Part of the reason why Serpent is so annoying to fight against and why he's so good. And then we have lots of prowesses, lots of power efficiency, unblockable, and precision passives. So he kind of hits those mutant staples. The big question here is how long really is that ramp up? Like how many special attacks, how many combo meter, how many bars of power you need to fill to be able to do what we saw there. And if his ramp up is not too long, I think there is by the initial looks of it, a very, very solid chance that Cyclops is quite good. It would be cool to have good Cyclops, even though I personally think Cyclops is lame. Should have been Doctor Strange. Whatever. I have always rooted for Wolverine in the triangle thingy, and of my personal opinion, Cyclops is the person who is responsible for hotels putting that one chair in the corner of the room for husband to watch. But whatever. Hopefully, at least, he can throw hands and lasers well enough to be relevant, right? But there we go. Let's move on. And now we have Yelena Belova. So she's the new Black Widow. And again, she does seem to, number one, be able to crit through block. Does have some red bleed damage, which do seem to be something in sort of like inner bleed or instant bleed type of damage. I have never seen that small passive red icon there. Seems to be also Impact, which would improve her block damage. That's the blue passive over there, and a few unknown things. With Yelena, we can see that her combo meter also can get sacrificed for reversal, which effectively is the mechanic that Patriot has. Just kind of like your counterpunch, just effectively acting as a heavy to knock the opponent down as well. So those look quite interesting, obviously. Will be very, very interesting to see how capable she is, because it could be anything. There is one thing, though, that I did want to discuss, because I do specifically remember Kabam employee discussing a reversal mechanic and how it will be used as effectively a big defender threat. And that there in the future will be a champion who is going to be a very, very nasty defender utilizing reversal mechanic at some point soon. That was upon the time Patriot got released. And obviously Patriot was kind of like a test run for reversal mechanic. And Kabam often does that, where they get the champion with a new mechanic in the game first that kind of sucks. And then they make a good one. And that has been the case for quite a few champions. Like that's, initially I think we had Mon, then we had Professor X, for example. And then we had, was it like Kindred or somebody, and then we had Zemo. Oh no, we had Craven, who utilized Root offensively, and then we had Zemo. And effectively, there has been quite a few times where Kabam is testing out new mechanic, be that Miss or something. I think first Miss champion actually was Taskmaster, who had access to Miss, and at some point later we got Ghost. But anyways, it's just what they do. They kind of like create new mechanic, and the champion almost always ends up being mid as hell. And then that new mechanic gets added to a champion that, is very meta relevant and good. Which kind of leads me to believe that Yelena might actually, again, that's not based on what I'm saying here, it does lead me to think that there would be very significant chance that Yelena Belova is actually kind of like a very good meta relevant champion. Unfortunately, based on the past comments, I think it could also be either a dual threat or a defensive powerhouse. And, skill class does need all the help it can get, and I would be happy for Yelena to be absolutely bonkers. Right? So we'll see. Definitely need to pay attention to that. Which one of these three are you most excited? I think most people will say Cyclops. Maybe Yelena. Phoenix. Don't know. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next